There have been a lot of rumblings about Devil's Third lately. Now, buckle up because this is going to be a long, long story. Tamaki from Unseen64 reports that Nintendo of America dropped all plans to publish Devil's Third after seeing that it is, well, just absolutely terrible. Another publisher could have still picked up the game. Some sites reported that a publisher already stepped forward, and according to Emily Rogers, Xseed planned to publish the game. But the game's creator, Itagaki, says that fans shouldn't believe lies and rumors, and after all this went down, Nintendo of America said that they're excited to bring the game to Wii U, that they'll have more to share soon. Now, of course, all this was after a bunch of fan backlash. One of the biggest issues was Nintendo was absolutely silent about Devil's Third at E3, and if it's coming out anytime soon, why would they be?
It had also been removed from the coming soon section on the North American eShop.
That's right. So there's a lot of speculation that they really were planning not to publish it. And in order to prove his report is true, Tamaki predicted well in advance that European reviewers had a lot of criticism for Devil's Third, citing problems like dated graphics, terrible frame rates, cheesy characters, and gameplay that just is not fun. Some of the footage of the game has been released, and just as Tamaki said, European reviewers are absolutely trashing it. It's being called one of the worst games in years, and so bad it might be good. We've also got a look at, gameplay footage, and yeah, I think we can attest to it. It looks terrible. The creator, again, Itagaki, has responded to this criticism, defending against it by saying that people are only giving Devil's Third bad press because they're not good at the game. Itagaki says that the videos that have been released are posted by gaming media. These videos containing footage from the final build of the game are very poor, and that he'll be sharing, quote, genuine footage soon. Yesterday, however, Nintendo confirmed that they would publish Devil's Third in North America. But then, Valhalla Studios, the game's developers, are also releasing a free-to-start PC version of the game with multiplayer tailored to PC gamers. So it's no longer Wii U exclusive. The Wii U multiplayer and PC multiplayer will not be able to connect to one another. So, my God, that is a lot to unpack.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start.
I'll say one. Itagaki needs to suck it up.
Yeah. Don't defend your game before it's even come out. Let's just put it that way. Reviewers being negative on your game is one thing. A lot of games get negative reviews, but then the public loves them. For like Wii Sports, for example, was not reviewed very highly, but at the same time, it was one of the most influential and most bought games of the last generation. So I would, if he's being defensive before the people being, the average gamer really gets to play it, that's not a good sign.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like that's a sign of immature, and I don't want to criticize him too much here, but I feel like that's just a sign of, right. But it sounds to me like he's not responding. He's not responding/handling. I guess that's these criticisms. It
comes off as very, very defensive.
Mm-hmm.
And petty.
Yeah.
Especially when he's taking pot shots at the press.
Yeah, when he's saying that they're not good at playing the game. Like, come on, man.
I haven't played it, so I obviously can't comment. But, looking at how people reacted to games like Wonderful 101, that is a game where I could see if you just couldn't get into it and you weren't very good at it, you would have a terrible time and you'd trash it. Wonderful 101's an okay game. I wouldn't say it's a terrible game. But this I don't even see a silver lining with this. It doesn't even look good. It looks like something that could have come out on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, this game has been in development since 2008, I think, and they've gone through 3 different graphics engines and a couple different publishers, and it shows. It just feels like from the footage we've seen, again, I haven't gone hands-on with it, so I can't comment on the gameplay, but graphically and, the character models and the movements and things like that, it just looks like a game that should have come out 2 generations ago, really.
Yeah, it looks like something I played at the arcade when I was in high school.
And maybe there's a market for that. Like they said, it's one of those games that's so bad it could become a cult classic. So in a way, I'm glad it's still coming to North America because there are people that really, really want it, and it's good for them that they'll get to have it. But I don't think it looks like a good game.
Yeah, absolutely not. And the Wonderful 101 comparison is interesting, but on the other hand, Devil's Third is a genre that has been done plenty of times before.
Yes.
Wonderful 101 was a brand new idea with brand new gameplay mechanics and brand new control mechanisms. Devil's Third is none of those things. It's extremely familiar, and it does the familiar very poorly. So, saying people just aren't good enough at it is not an okay excuse.
Right. It just looks like a rough game.
Right.
Yeah. But that said, there is a place for these so bad it's good sorts of games. I mean, I just watched what's widely regarded as like the worst movie of all time, which is The Room.
Oh boy!
I just watched that last night. I've seen it like 6
You're
times.
tearing me apart, Lex.
Yes, I tear everything apart. It's like one of my favorite movies, but not because it's good, but because it's just good fun.
Right.
And by fun, I mean I just can't handle it.
So I wonder, though, do you guys think that Nintendo of America dropped plans to publish it and then decided to publish it again after there was all this backlash?
It's possible, because we saw at least 3 different sources say that they had people in Nintendo that told them that. So
right, and other sources coming forward saying that there were other publishers who were doing it.
Yeah, at least 2 saying it was going to be Xseed, I believe.
Yeah, so I feel like there's enough information there that suggests that it really was true that there were all these plans, and then after the fans got so furious at the idea, oh, Tamaki, what are you saying? There's no way Nintendo's wrong. Or rather, there's no way that Nintendo decided to stop publishing it. Then afterwards, Nintendo is like, oh, yikes, maybe we should publish this.
The timing is incredibly suspicious, and especially since there's this mysterious PC multiplayer version that no one had heard of. It almost sounds like there was kind of an exit strategy kind of in the works.
That's actually a good point.
I mean, it's not like it's not like it's easy to develop a PC port of something, but it's just the multiplayer. It's not even the single player, and it's obviously not designed to expand the multiplayer so that Wii U players and PC players can play together. So it doesn't sound like something that was kind of planned from the start. It sounds like something that was rushed, to me, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. I don't know what to make of this, because I feel like so many parties are scrambling to hide up the truth and then uncover the truth and then change the truth. It's
honestly,
much going on.
Would have been totally okay if Nintendo had not published Devil's Third. I think it was an unusual decision in the first place. I think it shows that they're clearly scraping at the bottom of the barrel for their third-party exclusives.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, it looks like Devil's Third is a blemish on their publishing reputation rather than anything to be proud of. So I am kind of surprised, honestly, that they didn't stick to their guns and say, no, we're not going to publish this.
Yeah, I can imagine it now. They're approaching third parties for next generation, and everyone's kind of talking about them as the publisher behind Devil's Third.
Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week clip, NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.